All right. Tom's rant. This is the Omnibus bill. Well, then again, I guess not. Alrighty, let's try that again, right? Alright, this is Tom's rant Omnibus bill. Now, normally, when a new Congress takes over, the old Congress generally doesn't pass a spending bill. They let the new Congress do it. But it was Democratic run, and you had idiot McConnell who voted for it with some other Republicans. Well, McConnell's really a Democrat. He's not really a Republican. So anyway, this is your tax dollars at work. This is most of the crap in the bill, the pet projects. So anyway, it's unprecedented that they didn't wait until, hi Calico, you can't come in here. What? Calico's at the window. Anyway, so it's unprecedented that they jammed the bill through. Okay, loaded with a shitload of earmarks. Okay, here we go. $1.2 million for an LBGOPOIO center. Okay. $477,000 for the Equity Institute in Rhode Island. They're the ones that indoctrinate teachers for all the BS crap and all that. $3 million for another museum. $3.6 million for a Booba Bobble's wife trail. Right? In Georgia. So there's a trail in Georgia that they're giving, you know, $2 million for, they're giving $2 million for a Great Blacks in Wax Museum in Baltimore. Now these are your tax dollars. This is wasteful spending. Another $856,000 for an LGBTQRT museum in New York. $750,000 for Trans-Latin Coalition to provide workforce development programs and supportive service for transgender idiots. Yes, I do not like the whole transgender thing. That's a whole nother video though. I don't have a problem with them. You want to get a sex change or dress up in girls' clothes, hey, go for it. A lot of the girls I know are lesbians, so I deal with lesbians, so no big deal. $956,000 for Equity Incubator at the University of Shady Grove in Maryland. $800,000 for the Equitable Energy Resilience and Electric Vehicle, what have you. There's more than that, but those are some of the top ones. There's something like another $400 million going to borders, to secure borders in other countries. Not a dime to secure our southern border, which is totally blasted. People are pouring across. That's a fact. The fake news and the Biden and all those clowns say otherwise. No. All you have to do is look at the numbers. Since he's been in office the last 2 years, the border has gotten out of control. There's been well over 1 million, 2 million people. There's like 100,000 this month, 200,000 last month, and it just goes on and on and on. The getaways, okay? Most of them come across the border and they turn themselves in because they know that Biden's just going to let them go wherever. New York City is spending, I believe it's $8,000 a month on illegal aliens in New York City. You have veterans living on the streets and American citizens living on the streets. Do they help those in New York? No, they don't give a shit. They put up the illegals in fancy hotels. $8,000 a month is what they're spending. So the border is out of control. But anyway, back to the getaways. The getaways are people that don't want to get caught. And you say, well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is those getaways, last month it was over 70-some thousand, so close to 100,000. Probably close to 1 million over the last 2 years. That many getaways, okay, a lot of them are on terrorist watch list, or they're rapists, they're murderers, they're bad people, gang members, and they don't want to get caught. And that's why those are the ones that sneak across. The other ones just come across, turn themselves in, hey, look at us, and we're like, okay, that's cool. So anyway, nothing for our own border. There's a lot more waste in the bill. That was just some of the main ones, so I'll bore you for a second here. Let me look up a couple others, then I gotta go let the calico in. Yeah, 200,000. I don't know if I put that in there. $200,000 for an espresso machine for the government workers. I don't know what office. $200,000 so they can make fucking coffee. Starbucks, right? It's a Starbucks machine. Okay. Another $200,000 as to why why Ethiopians don't wear shoes. $200,000. I could use that money. I could do a lot of good with it. So anyway, if I think of any more, I'll throw them in here, but those are the top ones of the wasteful spending. But there's over 1,000 in there. Wasteful spending ones, pet projects for the Dems. Basically, the Dems got 98% of the earmark money they applied for the little pet projects. Taxpayers should not have to frickin' pay for all those earmarks. Okay? That's just wrong. But that's your tax dollars at work. So anyway, that was just some of them. If I happen to think of more, I'll put them on here. I'm not sure if I will or not. Those are factual, not fake news. If you want to subscribe, hit the little B in the bottom right-hand corner. Hey, watch my global warming videos. YouTube put a little blue warning up on number 2. And they didn't do it with the first video. So my number 2 video has actually gotten more views, double the views than my first one did, simply because they put that little blue UN warning on it. So anyway, if you want to subscribe, hit the little B in the bottom right hand corner, and I really appreciate anybody watching my videos. Some of them are pretty funny. If you want to get a good laugh, watch the wedding video. So anyway, thumbs up. If you get a chance, hit the thumbs up. I know a lot of people don't hit the thumbs up because I don't have accounts. I do the same thing. I watch a lot of videos. A lot of times I forget to do the thumbs up. But anyway, I just appreciate you watching. But that's your hard-earned money, people. That's the taxpayers' money getting blown. Okay, a couple more facts. Alrighty. Inflation is up 14.3% since Biden took office. It's at a 40-year high in inflation. Wages have actually decreased 3.8%. I have no idea what they're saying. Well, everybody knows the Reserve has raised interest rates considerably. In total, federal... Alrighty. Phonus interruptus. Okay. Interest rates have gone up 4.25%. That's the largest hike within 40 years. And then larger than the last 15 years combined. Interest payments on the federal debt is $103 billion over the months of October and November. It's an 87% increase. $2.7 trillion increase in interest payments on the federal debt. 2.5 trillion. 1.9 trillion for the American Rescue Act plan, whatever the hell that is. 745 billion for the Inflation Reduction Act. You can't spend money to bring down inflation. It doesn't work. Over $1 trillion for Biden's executive actions. $625 billion infrastructure investment in Jobs Act. Now you figure, okay, $600 billion for infrastructure. Yeah, keep in mind, what you think is infrastructure is not infrastructure. To me, infrastructure is roads, highways, airports, electric grid, because the power grid is shit. Most of that money, very little of that money, actually goes for what most Americans consider infrastructure. Anyway, basically the total bill is at $1.82 trillion. Is actually what it is. It's 9%, which is $131 billion increase over the discretionary spending of last year. That's a 7% increase. $20 billion of Biden's fiscal year 23 budget request. So they spent $20 more billion than was actually requested. So anyway, that was just a few more things. So I'm not going to look up anymore, but that just gives you an idea of how much wasteful spending is in that omnibus bill. And the way they jammed it through was just wrong because it ties the new Congress, it ties our hands as far as the budget. And keep in mind, a big chunk of that money was to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to come after your ass. Okay? They're like, oh, no, we're just hiring them to go after the big corporations or the big money people. You're talking not even, 3% of this nation is actually rich, what they consider above whatever their level is. You don't need 87,000 new IRS agents to go after the rich people, because there's not that many rich people in this country. Those 87,000 IRS agents are going to just audit middle income and low income families. That's who they're going to go after. So anyway, just a few facts there on the omnibus bill. And I won't add any more to this. So you don't have to worry, what? It's over. Oh, wait a minute. The guy added more. It's not over. So anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching. Thanks.